Roger, what did you think when you were playing the fifth set after your injury, with him having break points, 1-all, 2-all? Was it struggling a lot or not?
No, I mean, like I said on court, the leg wasn't better or worse in the fifth. I felt tightness throughout the match, and I felt like it slowed me down. And I just hoped that maybe having the physio work on it, that it would make me feel better. But it didn't, and it's not something I'm necessarily really worried about in any way. So that's a good thing. And in the fifth, I just knew just have to find my energy again. Play with intensity, play more aggressive, take the ball early, believe in myself, serve good, try not to get in too many tough moments early on, which then I did. So it was an awkward match, always against Stan. It was always never going to be easy, and especially how the third and fourth set went by. I needed to react really because he had the upper hand from the baseline, and I thought it was going to be tough in the fifth, and then I think he gave me a cheap break in the fifth, and after that I never looked back. So I'm happy with my attitude in the fifth. So I'm very pleased, of course.
So are you saying that the leg's not going to affect you on Sunday in any way?
I mean, no. If I had to say anything right now, no.
Now that you're back in the final, can you look at the 6 months that you had to take off as almost a good thing? Work in your favor?
Well, yeah, now it seems like it was a good thing to do because, you can only ever do so much treatment to feel decent to walk out. What I've just come to realize is when you don't feel well and you have too many problems going on, you just won't beat top 10 players. At some point you reach a limit and you just can't go beyond that. You can play them tight, you might win one of them, but then you just can't win back to back, and just not feeling free enough, in your mind and your body, and that's where both, I guess, Rafa and myself, we both just said, okay, enough of this already. Let's get back to 100%. Let's enjoy tennis again, enjoy the practice, not just practice treatment, match treatment, and all the time, all you're doing is just fighting the fire. And from that standpoint, the 6 months definitely gave me something in return. I didn't go into a direction where I felt like I had to reorganize my life or reorganize my tennis in any way. I just wanted to get healthy again, and I'm happy that this week's been a good one.
Roger, in terms of knowing your limits or what you're coming back from after 6 months off, when you're in a second 5-setter against a top 5 guy here and having had a 2-set lead, are you thinking that's too far? Like it's not something you're ready to?
Well, midway through the fourth, when I realized my game was fading and Stan was having the upper hand of the baseline, I was like, I guess that's what I was always talking about, just things turn for the worse because you don't know why. But the good thing is I did have the cushion, from the first 2 sets where I think I did a lot of things right, and I prepared the match in a way that allowed me to win it also later on. He definitely, I thought, relaxed midway through the third and fourth mentally and was playing more freely, and I unfortunately didn't have the best serving day today, but I think also Stan put pressure on me, and things didn't change, but that's maybe part of that. But I'm happy with the way I came out of the blocks again against Stan. I think that was always going to be really, really important, and I know he's a tough customer in the fifth set, so maybe he's needed not help him, but look, a lot of people carry a lot of things that we don't know about, so it is what it is, and super happy that I was able to win another 5-setter in a Grand Slam. I don't know how many times I won 2 5-setters in a Grand Slam, maybe never before, so this is big.
You know that media, crowd, everybody in the tennis world would like to see a final between Federer and Nadal again and again. If I were Federer, maybe I would prefer to play Dimitrov. I'd like to know, considering the previous matches, so what is your opinion? What do you really would like to have? I mean, better to play Dimitrov or play Nadal for the history?
You would probably think I have a slight better chance to beat Dimitrov than Nadal. But who cares? At the end, it matters if you win or not. So I'm in the finals. I know that, and I know I will have a chance to win on Sunday now, and that's a great position to be in, regardless of who it's going to be against. I think it's going to be special either way. Either one's going to go for his first slam, or it's the epic battle was Rafa. All I care about is that I can win on Sunday. It doesn't matter who's across the net, but I understand the magnitude of the match against Nadal, no doubt about it.
On court, you said something that was interesting to some of us, that in your rivalry with Rafa, early on, you maybe played him too many times on clay court, and that impacted how you played him. Could you just go into a little more detail on that, Roger, how it did impact your...
Yeah, not really. Why give him an edge, you know? I said enough. Maybe I lost the Wimbledon finals in 2008 because of too many clay court matches, because he crushed me at the French Open final. I said that before. I think it affected my first 2 sets at Wimbledon, you know, and that's maybe why I ended up losing. I know Rafa played great in that finals, and I actually ended up playing great too, but it was similar like today. I was fighting a 2-sets-to-love lead, and I wasn't playing the right way, and I think that it was the effect that the French Open loss that actually I got crushed in left on me. So that's kind of the things I meant with it. It was more mentally something at some moments, but I think now it's a different time. A lot of time has gone by, and I know this court allows me to play a certain game against Rafa, you know, that I cannot do on centre court at the French Open. So.
Roger, you said on court that you're Rafa's #1 fan. Have you always been able to appreciate him like that, or has kind of not competing against him, you know, every final made the heart grow fonder, I guess?
Well, I just think he's an incredible tennis player. You know, he's got shots and that no other one has. And when you have that, you are unique and special. So, plus he's got the grit. He's got the mental and physical ability to sustain a super high level of play for years and for hours and for weeks. He's proven that time and time again. He's come back from many injuries, you know, time and time again. He made it seem easy, and it's not. So I think he's been tremendous for the game, and so I have a lot of respect for him on many levels.
Take 2 more in English, please.
If it is Dimitrov, people have said that he has imitated your game over the years. Do you accept that, and is because of that is he an easier opponent to play?
I mean, only result will tell. But if going in, he's easier because I don't think I've ever lost to him. There you have it. But that doesn't buy me anything, you know. That doesn't give me the trophy. I think he's playing totally different now to how he was playing 12 months ago when I beat him in Brisbane and here, back to back. I think he's got the confidence. Like I said, you never want to play a guy with confidence because you believe you can rip trees out, you know. You just feel like Superman for a second, and rightfully so. He worked super hard, and he probably believes he's worked harder than anybody right now. So I think he's got a legit shot against Rafa, and then if he won that, then clearly also against me. So I think he's doing a nice job with his game right now. He's cleaned it up nicely. He came from a tough place. You know, I've given him some advice too, you know, because he came to me last year at some point and he was having all sorts of issues. I was just having a simple conversation with him, and I'm happy he took some things on board and he seemed to turn it around. So I'm really happy for him.